Hello everyone, I am Dr. Prachi Kulkarni, fertility specialist, 49 Fertility Center, Banjara Hills. So let us answer a question asked by a viewer. What is the treatment after IVF fails? So we have to look into the causes of IVF which has failed. So the failed IVF can be related to the problems related to embryo quality or related to the uterus. Sometimes there might be immunological factors or genetic factors. Though they are uncommon, we have to consider these factors when IVF fails. So most important factor for IVF success is the age of the female. So if you are undergoing IVF treatment when you are younger, definitely your chances will be on higher side. Those women who go for IVF after 40 years, their chances with IVF also decrease because their egg reserve is on the lower side. Their egg quality may not be good enough to make a good quality embryo. So we have to consider this age as the most important factor for IVF success. Also, second factor is egg reserve and any other medical issues like thyroid disorder or having diabetes or having very high cholesterol or liver issues or any other medical conditions like autoimmune disorders like autoimmune thyroiditis or SLE or any other autoimmune diseases like rheumatoid arthritis. All these conditions can affect your egg quality and egg number. So based on the cause of IVF failure, if it is related to the embryo, then we need to look into the causes related to egg quality and sperm quality. So for egg quality, we may advise certain medications like vitamins, folic acid, vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin D and coenzyme Q10. We may also advise to take certain medications like dihydroepiandrosterone for women who have lower side egg reserve. We also advise certain gels to apply during the cycle for women who have lower side egg reserve. So coming to the factors related to the sperm quality. So if it is related to sperm quality, we need to look into the cause which is related to medical history of the male partner like hypertension, diabetes, high cholesterol, liver issues, drinking alcohol, smoking. All these can affect the sperm quality. So cessation of smoking and alcohol is important. Having a healthy lifestyle like eating healthy home cooked meals which is high in protein and rich in vitamins and minerals in the form of salads and raw vegetables and fruits will help you in improving the egg and sperm quality. Also taking regular exercises will help you in regularizing your hormones and improving your sperm and egg quality. Meditation will help in reducing the stress, which also helps in hormonal regulation. So all these issues, if we can improve on, then it may improve your embryo quality. Also depends on which hospital or which clinic you are doing the IVF. The skills of your doctor, the skills of your embryologist also matter in the embryo quality and even the lab condition. If you are going to a center with good facilities and advanced technologies where the doctor is also highly skilled and experienced along with the skilled embryologist, then there are high chances your embryo quality might be better than your failed cycle. So this was about the embryo quality. Then now coming to other issues like genetic issues. So genetic issues like any problems with the karyotype of wife or husband may result into abnormal embryo. So there are tests which are available after embryo formation to know if the embryo is normal or abnormal. So this is called as PGT, pre-implantation genetic testing. What we do in PGT is we do a normal IVF cycle. Once we have day 5 or day 6 blastocyst stage embryo, we take few cells from the embryo which is called as embryo biopsy and we send this embryo biopsy for genetic analysis. Once the report of genetic analysis comes, it will say either euploid or aneuploid. Aneuploid means having abnormal number of chromosomes. So if I have 4 embryos out of which 2 are euploid and 2 are aneuploid, I have to select euploid embryo for transfer. We do not do aneuploid embryo transfer because aneuploid embryo will lead to genetically abnormal child like Down syndrome which is the trisomy 21 or Edwards syndrome or Patau syndrome. So these genetic syndromes we can detect by PGT-A and select a euploid embryo, which means a normal embryo, for embryo transfer, hence increasing your chances of implantation and your chances of pregnancy. This was related to the embryo quality. Now coming to the uterus. So if there is any issue with the uterus, like in the muscle layer, if there are any fibroids or there are any other swellings like adenomyosis, or there can be any issues related to the endometrial lining like very thin endometrium lining, or there are adhesions in the lining of the uterus, or there is a polyp or submucous fibroid which is going inside the endometrial cavity, all these factors will prevent implantation. So we have to correct these factors. Most of these factors are corrected by surgeries like hysteroscopy or laparoscopy. Sometimes for fibroids we may not need surgery, but there might be some hormonal injections which are given to reduce the swelling. So once we have worked on the uterine factor, your chances of conceiving will definitely improve. Then there are other factors like other issues which can be like hydrosalpinx or hematosalpinx, which is fluid in the tube or blood in the tube. If any such thing is present, we need to de-link or we need to cut the tubes from its connection to the uterus, so that these fluid will not obstruct our implantation process or will not cause miscarriages. So anybody who has hydrosalpinx, we advise to undergo laparoscopic tubal delinking before going for IVF embryo transfer. Also you can consider going for pre-embryo transfer hysteroscopy procedure to rule out any problems related to the cavity of the uterus or endometrial lining. So this was about the uterine factor. Now coming to the genetic factor and immunological factor. These factors we need to evaluate specifically by specialized test. We select the patients carefully, those especially those who have married in relation, like married to the cousins. Those patients may have genetic factors related to the IVF failure. Immunological factors such as problems with the uterine NK cells or T cells, which are immune regulator cells, can also lead to the problems like failed IVF. Such patients, what we do is we give certain medications which are called immunomodulators to modify the immunological factors in related to the IVF failure. I hope this was helpful. So definitely after your IVF is failed, there are many ways where we can treat again and make your cycle success based on what are the issues related to your failure. Also there can be options of going for donor gametes like donor egg or donor sperm or even surrogacy. I hope this was helpful. Thank you.